William was a genius, better than everyone around him. He was charismatic, intelligent, determined, and the brightest mind in any room he walked into. He was also the most prolific serial killer Hurricane had ever known. This is what he told himself as he sat rotting away in his dark and damp prison, the spring locks tugging and tearing away at what remains of his decaying skin. Every so often he would see a flash of a dark shadow looming over him, childish giggling following right before the nightmares began. His miraculous survival was no doubt the work of one of his many victims, but he didn't bother to remember who. All that mattered was that he still lived. He had sat for days waiting for some unfortunate morsel to stumble upon his prison and set him free, and while he hadn't lost his optimism just yet, it was becoming quite tedious upon his mind. He had even prayed once, but he doubted God would be extending any praise his way. He closed his eyes, waiting for the nightmares to start once more, but they didn't come. He felt the shadow looming over him again, but this time it was different, something much more sinister and darker in nature. A dark fog pulled across the ground toward him, burying itself into his dilapidated suit. He felt invigorated again, his limbs and mind filled with new motivation, and he rose to his feet, staring ahead at the wall of fog before him. Dark whispers started to fill his mind, promising him endless bloodshed and countless victims to satisfy himself. He smiled to himself and stepped forward into the fog, spider-like tendrils embracing him in a grim hug. This was truly a calling he couldn't resist.